Fight!
With the current state of the Japanese video game industry, it's sometimes hard to forget that companies like Konami and Capcom truly dominated the market 2 decades ago. Essentially all of their releases were a guarantee for high-quality video game fun. So, let's take a look at 3 Capcom gems from their heyday. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is one of the more obscure Capcom beat-em-ups with a very peculiar name. The game was a tie-in to the animated TV series by the same name, which was also based on a comic book series from the 80s. Taking place in the distant future where dinosaurs again roam the Earth. The story's protagonist, mechanic Jack Tenrick, is an ecological freedom fighter with a passion for Cadillacs. The arcade game Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was built on the famous Capcom beat-em-up engine, which guarantees unrelenting action. The 4 characters all have their special life-draining move to get them out of sticky situations, but the true game changer is the ability to run, making the gameplay a lot faster than Final Fight, for example. There's also a wide arsenal of weapons for the characters to pick up. Knives, swords, and all sorts of guns. As one might expect, both Cadillacs and Dinosaurs are present in the game. The dinosaurs won't attack the player unless provoked, but be careful, hit them once and they'll become ferocious killers, adding an interesting dynamic to the game. To make the whole package complete, the game has that classic Capcom sound from their famed team. And let's be real, how could a game with giant lizards and vintage cars be anything less than fantastic? Unfortunately, the chance of a re-release is pretty small due to the trademark issues, which is really a shame, as it's arguably one of their finest beat-em-ups to date. Chiki Chiki Boys is a 2D arcade action title with a strong resemblance to Wonder Boy, meaning there's hidden gold everywhere, and monsters are colorful and cute, but very deadly. Although the storyline falls in the Save the Kingdom category, the attention to detail and the unique design of characters and bosses brings the kingdom of Aluria to life. You're even asked to name your character at the start of the quest, adding even more immersion to the adventure. Gameplay can be described as 2D platforming action, although the action flows much faster than your typical platformer. The underwater and air stages in particular feel somewhat like a shoot-'em-up. In true Capcom tradition, you're free to select the order of the first couple of stages. Once they're completed, the quest continues with more varied and colorful levels. Apart from the arcade version, you can also play the game on the Sega Mega Drive, or the NEC PC engine. The Mega Drive version has a unique feature that allows you to spend your coins on power-ups and other useful items, such as life pills and magic orbs. But sadly, the 2-player co-op mode was absent in this conversion. Chiki Chiki Boys is everything you might expect from a grade-A Capcom title. Super polished gameplay as well as brilliant visuals and music, which makes it all the more sad that this classic has gone mostly forgotten. Back in the 80s, games were more often than not tough as nails. Capcom's arcade hit Ghouls and Goblins fits neatly in this category, a game that spawned a number of sequels and also a spin-off series by the name of Gargoyle's Quest, which originated on the Game Boy, sporting graphics so real you forget it's only a game. But in all honesty, it's a great handheld action RPG title. The SNES installment Demon's Crest was the 3rd and final chapter in the series, once again starring the Gargoyle Firebrand on his adventurous quest to bring peace to the demon's realm. Demon's Crest throws you right into the action with a boss battle against a giant skeleton dragon. After completing the introduction stage, the world map opens up, at which point you can fly around the realm and pick your destination freely. Apart from 2D action levels, there are also houses where you can buy potions and spells or play minigames, adding some fun RPG mechanics to the game. The realm seems to be small at first glance, but after making progress, it will open up exponentially. Most levels also have alternate paths which can only be explored if you have a certain ability, adding to the game's overall longevity. New abilities come in the shape of new gargoyle forms. The water gargoyle grants you the ability to swim, while the ground gargoyle bestows Firebrand with the strength to crack rocks. Finding the alternate paths and secrets is one of the biggest challenges of the game, especially when you consider just how well hidden they can be. It's essential to fully explore the realm and collect all the items in order to get the real ending, making for quite the completion bonus. The bosses can really give you a challenge, but when they seem to be unbeatable, you're usually using the wrong gargoyle or missing an item, so experimentation is key. Demon's Crest is scored by Toshihiko Horiyama, the same composer who helped score the original Mega Man as well as Mega Man 7. so you know you're in for quite the melodic extravaganza. The only downside to all this goodness is the price tag. Demon's Crest is a pretty rare and highly sought-after game, with the cheapest copies typically available for no less than $125. So you're lucky if you can nab a copy for anything below that. But with that being said, the game itself is a wonderful little Capcom gem, and it proudly holds its place on many Super Nintendo fanatics' shelves. If you're looking for games in the same vein as these three gems, here are a couple suggestions. Alien vs. Predator. If it's a ton of action you seek, then this beat 'em up won't disappoint. Super Pong. Although not technically by Capcom, it's still a fun arcadey action game. And if Dark Souls is too easy for you, you can always count on Super Ghouls and Ghosts for a real challenge that will most likely make you want to break your controller. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy classic gaming documentaries like this one, be sure to check out other videos including Secret of Mana, Castlevania, Thunder Force, or MSX Konami games.